Here's a technique I've been working with for drawing figures. Always trying to come up with new things to stay interested. But there's a lot of just endless aspects and ways to look at figures anyway. But we know figures are lots and lots of curves, interlocking curves. There are also no straight lines in nature. But in spite of that, we can use straight lines. So what the straight line has given us is the exact axis of the torso. And the torso is primary to drawing the figure. Everyone's seen Greek statues of the torso. It's basically almost impossible to ruin a good torso with the addition of arms and legs, so it's been said. So our task here is to establish a torso on a straight line. So I'll do a line for the line of the shoulders, and tilting it like this gives us a sort of an upward angle perspective on it. So if we assume this is going this way, it's highly unlikely that the hips would be going in exactly the same direction. When you feel your own body right now, you know they're not. They really never do, except maybe if you're on a slab. So we'll assume that treating this like a sheet of paper, that this corner is that the corners are going to go a little funny. See? So these are the shoulders and these are the hips. Now also, with male figures, the main thing that you can say about it is that the chest pokes out. The rib cage tends to poke out. So what we do is we exaggerate the rib cage a little bit and tie it onto this flat sheet we're working with. And then you can also say that so there's a rib cage. You can also say that the back is part of the triangle, so we can imply that there's some back here. Now, because we've established these lines so straight, we can work with an arm, and we can do the arm in just astonishing perspective with this, which is much harder to do with curves. So if this arm were coming out at an angle like this, sort of towards us a bit, and the other one were doing the same thing, the elbow would be all the way down there. So already you're getting something going here which is sort of architectural in a way, and it's a lot like looking upwards, for example, at a statue in a museum. And also this line represents gravity as well, so that's all the better. So anyway, in terms of what these arms are going to do, I'll just continue this arm and continue this arm. Some kind of pose like that. There's a hand. The head also attaching onto this line. Line up with the head, which is very erect and held high, which would tend to be a sort of masculine thing anyway. We're going to put a lot of muscles on this figure also, so it's definitely masculine. So anyway, now I can come down and drop in pecs and things over this rib cage. Think about the hips, where are the legs going, which I don't think I'm going to get into that right now. But then we add things like the shoulders, forearms, like so. Now, you see what's happening here. We're getting really quite a plausible looking figure. It's looking sort of like an Olympic athlete or Greek statue or something like that. I could take this further. I also have ways that I work with the legs. So if a leg falls off a straight line like so, it's coming from the shoulder through the hip, then I can bend against it 45 degrees if I want. That tends to be a very natural human sort of motion. Or keep it going straight and then play the other leg back along the line of gravity, which tends to make a lot of sense to do anyway. So voila, what have we got? It's like a fairly convincing looking figure, which is probably walking. I think so. Put some shading on. There you have it. And of course, the last step is to erase your secret lines so no one will ever know they were there. They'll never be able to figure out how you did it. Of course, it doesn't matter, does it? Because I'm telling you. So anyway, this can be endlessly played with, and I've got a lot of other drawings in here. I've got a sketchbook up for sale at the moment where I've used the same approach. Where is it? Where is it? See, that's a good one. There you go. Good night.